Hey Aries, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning into your weekly reading. This is going to be a reading centered on love to have a look and see what's coming up around you for the week ahead. Please keep in mind, however, this is a general reading, and if you'd like a private reading in regards to your situation, please feel free to be in touch. I am currently accepting private readings. Otherwise, I really do appreciate all your support on the channel. So thank you very much for all your likes, shares, subscribes, and comments. Hopefully there is something here in the cards for you that will help you along this coming week. So let's have a look, Aries, and see what's coming up for you. Aries, the week ahead. Okay, Aries, some interesting cards that have come out for you this coming week. So look, I will be using a few clarifiers to better understand what's happening around you. But interestingly, you do have the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Wands, and this is sort of being fearful about a situation or not seeing a future of some kind here. Now, for some of you, it's almost like, because you are the Wands, the Six and the Nine of Wands are definitely applicable here for you, Aries. Six of Wands is normally a card of victory and coming out on top. And also the Nine of Wands can be a card of trying to protect yourself here. But there's something that may happen that may put you in a bit of a vulnerable position this week, okay? There might be something that occurs that makes you feel somewhat timid or shy. But also it feels like you've got the blindfold on, so you're going in blindly. You might not have enough information about something here. There might be something on your mind that isn't really being discussed by you and your person, maybe. Maybe you feel like you're not able to express yourself. Maybe you feel like you're turning a blind eye to something. But it is causing some tensions here for you internally. This is all about the mind and communication. So something's not being expressed here, but it can very much be a card of fear. So let's have a look, Aries. What's this Eight of Swords telling us? Okay, we've got the Temperance reversed, Three of Chalices, and the Seven of Swords. So the Three of Chalices can indicate a third-party situation, like an ex or another person coming in romantically. Seven of Swords can be a card of deception. You can see he's actually stealing the swords here. And the Temperance reversed is actually lack of honesty. So Aries, some of you are not being honest in a situation, or there's lack of honesty or upfrontness about a third-party person. So this is definitely coming through for some of you who are involved in like affairs, or you have multiple people, but it's a cause of anxiety, but it's almost like you're trying to hide it, Aries. You're trying to hide or cover up something, and you might not necessarily be doing anything wrong. Maybe an ex is messaging you to ask how you are. Maybe you bump into someone you used to date. I think in a way it's somewhat innocent for some of you. But for some, it's intentional. Okay, there's an intention to meet up with someone. There could be some sort of temptation, or it could be the person you're dealing with. Okay, and maybe this is causing some sort of anxiety, because even if you have an existing connection, the Ace can definitely represent newness, and it could be an Earth sign, a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, who's coming in. Or it could be someone from your past that's making you a big offer. The Ace of Pentacles is a big offer of loyalty, of consistency, of commitment. So there may be someone coming back around, making you, offering you a lot. And I sort of want to say that this may be spilling off from last week when I sort of mentioned the concept of empty promises. And maybe this is something that they're doing here. But I think it's maybe you, Aries. You may be feeling like you're in a vulnerable position, or your position here is compromised. It may also be the person you're dealing with. They may be feeling in a very, very vulnerable position with you. But I think they're making you feel in this position, Aries. So you've sort of come into your corner here. You may be a little bit timid or a little bit shy to express yourself. And maybe this is a good thing. Maybe someone is really hitting that soft spot for you, Aries, and maybe you don't really understand these feelings. I think there's something here that, or someone here that wants to offer you a lot, or there's a new chapter here in love starting from this week. So let's see what the cards can reveal. Let's clarify what this Ace of Pentacles is. Okay, Queen of Swords. I've got the Eight of Swords again. Okay, Eight of Swords has come up, and the Two of Wands. Okay. Someone may be offering you something here. But there's still a bit of, you might be in two minds about it, Aries. You haven't made a decision about this, about what it is they're offering you. For some reason, you might not be convinced. The Eight of Swords, again, this timid-like energy. You can see he's seated by the swords here. The Two of Wands, you do represent the wands, and you can see Two of Wands is a card of contemplation, of having options and not really knowing which way to go. So you're still uncertain about this. Queen of Swords, there's not enough information or conversation that's taking place. You haven't discussed the things that are really important to you, Aries. And as a result, whoever this ace is, or whatever it is that they're offering you, I mean, it could be like a long distance for some of you, like a long distance connection, or a connection with someone foreign, like a foreign person. They may or may not be from your past. We see the moon, so it could be Cancer. Temperance could be a Sagittarius. And you do have quite a bit of sword cards. Normally I read the Queen of Swords as a Gemini. So some of you may be dealing with a gem. And there's a lot of back and forth though connected to this. So there's still a lot of ping-ponging. And Queen of Swords reversed, normally when she's upright, this is talking about things being open. You know, she represents things like charm, articulation, conversation, and analytics. So she wants to get everything out there on the open, in the open. But unfortunately, that's just not happening, Aries. So it's almost like, you know, someone wants to move forward with you, or they want something from you. But maybe a part of you feels that if you talk about it, you're going to bring it more into the future. You're going to make it more realistic. And maybe on some level, you aren't ready for that yet, or you haven't solved what this third party is. Or there's something in the back of your mind that doesn't sit well with you, that perhaps you need to discuss or go through with this person. And if that's what needs to happen, you know, don't hide away from that. Or maybe they've hurt you before. But maybe there's a promise here that they won't do it again. Notice how she's sort of tying the beak. It could be that that they might say to you, let's not talk about this again, or let's move on and let's not discuss this anymore. And maybe you're not ready to do that. You're not ready to eliminate or you know, that whole topic, that whole conversation. You can't just forget about it. It's still with you, and you feel vulnerable because of that. So maybe there is a need. You need to talk about this, Aries. You need to communicate this vulnerability that you have and the reasons why you may or may not have these insecurities or vulnerabilities. I will leave your reading at that though, Aries, so thank you again for tuning in. I hope this has been helpful, and hopefully we shall be connecting next weekend. So take care and bye for now.